coming in. Oh, what a knock-o-matic finish. Knocks down to 3. Yes, sir. Mark Ping is going right at Simon Sandagon. Down the basket and 1.
Nandito po tayo ngayon sa tahanan ng Batang Caloocan, the Caloocan Sports Complex, as we bring you the main game for tonight. And the Zamboanga Sikat with Paeng Are leading the way, looking for an upset. But it's gonna be a tall order going up against a guy finding his groove for his new team. Ito si Kian Baclaan as he looks to duplicate his phenomenal performance the last time out against Quezon. Yan po ang tampok ngayong gabi. Itong Zamboanga Sikat going up against the Caloocan Batang Caloocan. Magandang gabi mga kaliga. Ken Pangilinan with Coach Mike Perez at courtside. We have Miss Daphne Cristobal and Coach Mike. Zamboanga clearly struggling in terms of chemistry, the fit within their system, but they have a chance to make things right going up against the Caloocan Batang Caloocan, rather na at times nakikita natin yung sets nila and their plays medyo work in progress para sa kanila.
Yeah, a lot of the teams actually here in the preseason have been a work in progress, and tulad nga sinabi mo, Zamboanga, this is a good chance for them to finally test kung ano yung mga gusto nilang gawin in the regular season. Samantalang dito naman sa Caloocan, Kian Baclaan finally coming into 4, and we'll see how much more performance Kian can give us this game.
At batiin natin yung mga nanonood sa atin live on our official MPBL YouTube channel, Zamboanga. Like we said on a slide, this is a totally different team from what we saw last season, and they're making the most of what they have, but unfortunately going up against the Ilagan Isabela 5-star Cowboys, nakasabay sila at least in the first half, but pagdating ng last 2 quarters, Ilagan Isabela just proving to be a tough nut to crack para dito sa Zamboanga.
Yeah, it was actually a game where they struggled to keep pace, especially after nung halftime. Never found any rhythm, and katulad nga ng sinabi mo, Ilagan really getting that lead balloon even up to 22. They took 2 more attempts but made 11 fewer shots. That was the challenge really, and yung threes not so good, shooting only 17%. Assist, Ilagan moved the ball better with 22 assists versus that of yung 14 nila, and yung bench almost just Gabat and Paeng Are. Those are the only guys that they got good output from.
At nabanggit mo na rin si Paeng Are para dito sa Zamboanga, isa sa mga holdovers from the team last season. But you like how he's been aggressive and looking for a shot for his team.
I like his aggression actually in that game. Continues to be attacking the opportunities given him. 17 minutes of play, 3 of 8 shooting. The rebound and the 16 points, yun ang mga naitulong niya para dito sa Zamboanga. But just like in the previous games that we've covered, it has to be a collective effort by Zamboanga, not just depending on one guy.
And on the other side, Caloocan, perhaps their biggest victory to date in the preseason, beating Quezon in a game where it was close, but that 13-0 run proved to be the difference maker for Caloocan against the Huskers.
Oh yeah, 13-0 run na yun. Actually, nag-start dun sa crucial na 3-point in the corner with the shot clock winding by Kian Baclaan. That really started them off. 38% shooting. The variance is so small in attempts, pero Caloocan's late game conversions were the ones that really mattered most. And pag tinignan mo yung free throws, ito yung pinakamalaking swing talaga. 1 of 8 lang ang Quezon that game. They were 11 of 15, making 10 more free throws, and all because they kept attacking the paint and figuring out whether they get those points on the paint or on the line.
And people were anticipating the Kian Baclaan game, and he finally came through. And ang kagandahan dito, Coach Mike, sa lahat ng mga nakalaban nila, isa pa sa malalakas against Quezon, yung naging production niya dito.
Tsaka yung iba-ibang paraan ng pag-drive niya, and yung mga perimeter looks parang dito kay Kian really kept the defense of Quezon guessing. And so those 18 points and a 6 of 14 shooting really brought well para dito kay Kian Baclaan, who I'd like to think is starting to build a good rhythm before we head into the regular season.
Alright, Zamboanga kontra Caloocan for our final game of the day. Miguel Perez, take it away.
Starting at forward number 13, Paul Turco. Also at forward number 22, Arthur Calisay. At center number 11, Dave Bernabe. At guard number 2, Gino Mosqueda. And the other guard number 4, Paeng Are. The head coach for Zamboanga is John Sia. Assistant coaches, Tay Hermoso, Mav Caro, Terdy Caro, and Joseph Hiso. Team manager is Martin Go. The team owner is Zamboanga City Honorable Congresswoman Kat Chua. And now for your Caloocan Batang Kangkalu. Starting at forward, number 12, Jake Gaspay. Also at forward, number 19, Prince Kasin. Playing center, number 17, Jesse Sumoda. At guard, number 9, Jello Razon. And the other guard, number 16, from Barangay 40, Irvin Palencia. The head coach for your Caloocan Batang Kangkalu is Mike Sagigit. Assistant coaches, Stephen Mapera, Philip De La Cruz, Mark Orias, Bong Solian, and Fablano Ilagan. Team manager is Mac Robert Dichadu. Team governor is Jeremy Tin. The team owners are Dennis Flores and Honorable
The backcourt of Chino Mosqueda and Paeng Are. And up front, Dave Bernabe, Arthur Calisay, and Paul Turco. Ang magsisimula para sa Zamboanga. For Caloocan naman, Irvin Palencia, Jello Razon, Jesse Sumoda, Prince Kasin, at si Jake Gaspay. Our referees for this ball game are Edmar Aves, Manuel Binondo, and Philbert Tugab. Fourth referee is Maki Kiningen.
A lot of length if you have Kasin and Gaspay right there for Caloocan. Samantalang yung guard combination na ito, no? Matindi rin para dito sa Caloocan, Jello and
Si Palencia.
Irvin Palencia, right?
Razon can't hit the jumper to open up this ball game. Paeng Are attacks the defense of Palencia, fading away, short. Rebound controlled by Caloocan. Palencia will attack. Paeng Are lost it. This is something that Zamboanga could take advantage of.
Yeah, these quick turnovers, no? Make the most of making them pay for the miscues that they forced.
Kapansin-pansin, malaki yung lineup nitong Zamboanga to begin.
Because they have to match up against the bigger guys of Caloocan.
Bernabe, no. Turco, stop. Still no go. Agawan sa bola, napunta kay Jake Gaspay. Kasin. And a foul on Chino Mosqueda.
Well, one of the things that you notice very early dito sa unang tatlong possession para dito sa Caloocan, they're not waiting for that triangle to get set. You know, the moment that you have a shot, try to look for it in the first 8 seconds.
Palencia to Gaspay. Up top.
Oh, that size of Somoda underneath.
Jello Razon drives. Ball intercepted by Dave Bernabe. Paeng Are. Again, in front of him, Irvin Palencia. That's gonna be the matchup.
Yeah.
Calisay, tough catch. Trying to get past Prince Kasin. And Gaspay, the defensive board, foul will be called on Dave Bernabe.
At pag tinignan mo Ken, tao por tao, you always try to find an advantage for your team. And right now, size-wise, you know, and I think athletic ability, medyo advantage para dito sa sa Caloocan. The really good matchup is here. It's Irvin Palencia at si Paeng Are. But everything else has been also almost cancelled out and a slight favor para sa Caloocan.
Wala pa nakakabutas dito. Almost 2 minutes in. Palencia. Kick out to Jello Razon. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. The teardrop will not fall in. Mosqueda will pull it back out for Zamboanga. Now he attacks the defense of Prince Kasin. Big boy move by Chino. Basket and one.
Making that situation a chase for space. And the Chino Mosqueda got the first step with a little change of direction and change of pace and allowed him to get to that spot on the floor. But swinging over to Caloocan, that was their very first half-court set, which, in my opinion, didn't look so good. Everybody was just standing around. The offense looked stagnant and really just gave comfort level para sa depensa na hindi nahirapan.
At may tulak, no? Laban sa Zamboanga. 3-0, Zamboanga with the lead. 7 minutes and 32 seconds left in the first quarter.
Sinubukan nilang bigyan ng handoff action para kay Cassin, and rightfully so, Turco tried to get in the lane.
Prince Cassin tried to draw the foul. Instead, it falls right into the hands of Jenna Razon, who hits a shot from downtown.
Well, that's a basket that they got out of, a broken play. That was a missed shot, but 3 right here by Turco. And they're gonna make him shoot from the outside, if only to bring out the bigs of Caloocan.
6-3, Zamboanga, abante dito. The spy, pocket pass, Palencia, supalpal, inabot niya.
Boy, Zamboanga so far, their defense is holding up on the half-court set. The only basket that has really come from is that 3 by Jello Razon and out of a missed shot.
Press ni Sumoda, wala. Rebound nakuha ni Chino Mosqueda. This is Chino, who lets it fly from deep. No.
Yeah, there you go.
The spy looking for a friend. Finds Razon again up top. And good job of clearing out. Ito si Dave Bernabe. Boxing out si Jesse Sumoda. And Sumoda, no choice but to give up that foul.
That's I think the 6th offensive set for Caloocan. They're 3rd in the half court, and they've come up empty. And they have not ran anything out of sets. And you have to give credit to the kind of defense that Zamboanga's put up so far here early in the first quarter.
Kalisay, pasa kay Chino Mosqueda. Bernabe offering that screen. 2 seconds left. Paeng Are lines it up. Off the back iron. Rebound, Prince Cassin. May pwesto sa loob si Sumoda. Pinasahan muna si Jello Razon. Goes for that Pinoy step. And got hammered in the face. Foul will be whistled on Zamboanga.
Jello Razon read that well. Saw that baseline free. Went underneath. Unfortunately, tinamaan siya sa mata on that drive. This was that long closeout by Chino. You really have to attack it. Turco tried to peel off. Went the other side. Tinamaan ni Dave Bernabe. Dave Bernabe has been holding his own though against Sumoda. Parang nakatatlong seal na yun, pero that ball never went to Sumoda.
5:48 left. Oh, it's an unsportsmanlike foul.
Unsportsmanlike foul on number 11, Dave Bernabe, second. 14.
Clearly unintentional, but the
Yes.
excessive hard contact nature of it
Right.
was the one that caused it to be upgraded
Yes.
from a regular foul to an unsportsmanlike foul.
And so you look at all the shots of Caloocan. 2 of them have come inside the paint. 2 of them have come from the perimeter, and 3 of them have come from 3, to which they are 1 out of 3 from 3. And you break that down on the defensive end, it really just tells you that nothing comes easy when you get inside the paint if you're Caloocan. And Zamboanga really doing good defensively.
Swak. Pangalawang free throw. 2 for 2 at the line. Razon head back to the bench, scoring all 5 of the points of Caloocan.
Size-wise and heft-wise, one might say advantage for Caloocan because of the size of Jesse Sumoda. But now you bring in Inan Fornilos against Jake Gaspay. Not so much an advantage anymore on that spot. Backdoor step.
Kakapasok lang din, Kabanag. Ayaw pumasok yung tres. Cassin, the reload. Yes!
And I like how the catch and shoot situation is something that these guys have actually embraced. Not to set up the triple post, but to take the first shot that's available.
First taste of the lead for Caloocan. Paeng Are answers right back. All net from rainbow distance.
Boy, Paeng Are continues with his stellar performance for Zamboanga. They're gonna need other guys too helping out.
Offensive foul ang itatawag laban kay Jesse Sumoda.
This one, naiwan doon si Irvin Palencia. He got caught up on that little pin down and allow that space for Paeng to take the three.
9-8 Zamboanga, labang ng isa. Paeng Are. Paul Turco, no hesitation. Straight but short. Ian Baclaan now in for Caloocan. Kasin. Whips it to Baclaan. Against Paeng Are, rising up for the jumper. Off the mark. Sumoda the rebound. Inside he goes. Too strong.
Game really just sped up with Ian Baclaan inside.
Inan Fornillos. Pasa kay Paeng Are. One-on-one against Kian Baclaan. Settles for it free. It will pop out and back in. Paeng Are with his second triple for a total of 6.
Boy, Paeng Are really taking it out the guards of Caloocan. Trying to test them. And so far from beyond, he's been successful.
Baclaan probing.
Nice
It's a pass. A timely one to Jesse Sumoda for the deuce.
Nagustuhan ko doon yung patience ni Kian Baclaan. Hindi siya attempt na atakihin yun. Tinignan muna niya, may space na ba si Sumoda before he let that go. And might I say that's a difficult pass. Wrap around right in the middle.
Mosqueda asking for it against Cabanag. Paeng Are, pupukul ulit sa tres. Malakas. Kasin with a running start. Kasin, the crossover dribble, the drop. The spy recovers. Kicks it out to Baclaan. Kian, pumasok sa loob. Up and under move. Blocked by Paul Turco.
But really downhill, Kian Baclaan is going to be a threat. Not just a three, he's a threat. Good handles on the ball. You always know that he's got good footwork. That time, Paul Turco really staying in there and waiting for that shot by Kian.
12 seconds left on the shot clock. Monsubre also making an entry here. Baclaan, drop off. Monsubre. Shot was short. Mike Are is now in. Siya naman ang susubo kay Kian. Fornillos pops out. Stepping back, jumper on its way, and it's pure.
Well, thankfully for Zamboanga, medyo mataas yung handoff na yon, and Cornelius decided to keep it.
Leaning in, tough shot from Cabanag, asking for a foul. Tatakbo dito ang Zamboanga.
Incoming.
Are for free. Rebound Monsubre. 2:30 left in a very fast-paced first quarter. Baclaan charging through. Paul Turco could not finish. Zamboanga just amping up the pace. One-hander from Jordan Santa Ana off the glass.
Zamboanga shooting better actually compared to Caloocan. 3 of 13 for Caloocan versus 5 of 13. Just a 21% shooting clip so far for Caloocan.
Santa Ana bumagsak. Cabanag ayaw pa rin pumasok yung tres. Matias sa loob. Dinukot pa sa kabila. Takbuhan na naman. Santa Ana, drop pass. Fornillos gets fouled. And this is what you like to see from Zamboanga.
Yeah, a lot of pace. They're looking more like a high school or collegiate basketball team. Make or miss, we're gonna run off of you. And tumatrabaho sa depensa itong Caloocan. Chino did his thing.
JC Luciano coming in. MoneyPay is the digital wallet built for the community. Mintis yung una ni Inan Fornillos. Coach John Sia. Quite a challenging task for him. But certainly up to the challenge. Sablay, pareho yung free throws ni Inan Fornillos. Baclaan almost lost it. Escobar is now in for Caloocan. Tabanag.
Well, look at that defense by Zamboanga. Not giving an inch.
Escobar having trouble. 2 seconds left. Bonsubre. And they will run out of time. Shot clock violation against the Batang Kangkalu.
Well, another challenge on the half-court set for Kian Baclaan and the rest of Team Caloocan. They have veered away from the triple post, but now it's been a challenge executing.
Iniwanan nila si Luciano libre sa 3. Can't make them pay. Baclaan onto the front court. Charging through, lays it up and in through 3 defenders. But here come Zamboanga. Luciano, offense stalled a bit.
Yep.
And now they execute much better here. Are, open look, just couldn't knock it down.
Well, last time Kian Baclaan really just went inside and scored. Let's see what he does now.
Baclaan recovers. Naipasa pa kay Cabanag. Cornelius the rebound. Ahead is Rojas. Tough catch. Multiple pump fakes. And he gets it in. Bonus free throw coming up after getting fouled.
So far, Zamboanga's been winning this battle for pace. The pace game has really been more on their side. Pitching it ahead, getting the numbers game, good fake, and such control by Edsel Rojas. 2 black shirts he had to contend with, and he was successful.
Fantastic pass as well from Mike Are. Complete the 3-point play, 19-14. Zamboanga is ahead by 5.
Zamboanga really getting Rojas in there helps them a little bit more on the speed side and can contend defensively against Matias down on the low block.
8 seconds left. Baclaan using that Matias pick, turns it over. But Zamboanga will not get off a shot in time. But you like how they've been up to the task, at least here in the first quarter. And you talked about pace, Coach Mike.
Yeah, and the speed that they've been doing it. First, it was Turco who knocked down that 3, and then afterwards, we saw Paeng Are. Only when Kian Baclaan went inside the paint did they get their second field goal make after that 3 earlier by Jello. And Paeng Are has been so far the best shooting guy on the floor for Zamboanga.
At sila ang lamang sa magkatapos ng unang yugto, 19-14.
At this time, we'd like to give you all Honorable Congressman to Caloocan Batang Team owners, Mr. Dennis Flores, and Honorable Congressman Oka Malapitan.
Welcome back to the MPBL Preseason Invitational. 2 hours of the briefing and planning with Coach Mike Sagigit right after that breakout performance by Kian Baclaan. Sabi nga sa akin ni Kian, right after that conversation, mas naging klaro sa kanya yung direction at yung role niya dito sa kanyang bagong team, knowing that he is the youngest player for Batang Kangkalu. In Coach Mike Sagigit's perspective, kailangan laging i-handle ni Kian yung emotions niya, not to allow frustrations get him, but rather allow his preparations speak volume for him. Ken and Coach Mike.
Maraming salamat, Daphne, and it's been a tough road for Kian Baclaan here for Caloocan. No, he started off going up against Muntinlupa, poor shooting there, and you know, with a coach like Coach Mike Sagigit, who has also handled collegiate players, he knows kung ano yung pinagdadaanan ni Kian, no? And it's not easy, despite him being a big name, coming into a team that has championship aspirations, and samahan mo pa, no? Ang dami din niyang opposition dito sa kanilang lineup.
Yeah. And I love that you put it in a way that Coach Mike Sagigit is actually handled a lot of collegiate young guys. Some of them also playing in other teams. Earlier we saw Monmon de la Cruz playing for Pasay. And he's definitely with a coach that he'd be mentored really well by Coach Mike Sagigit. But the thing is, the growth of Kian Baclaan here is still a work in progress.
Yeah.
And so he's got to figure out, how to work with his team. He's learning a lot from his elders in this squad. And being the youngest, he still has that spotlight shine brightest on him. And so, nandoon yung pressure, but he really has to be able to take his time to stay in control.
Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Here he is. And he's been given a lot of leeway here.
Yeah.
Initiating the offense. And kung ikukumpara mo yung sitwasyon niya, when he was with Lasal, he had Jacob Cortez as his backcourt partner. At times, sila yung nagpapalitan.
Yeah.
That was a loaded squad. Mike Phillips and winning the championship there. But here, this is a totally different situation he's coming into because, guys like Robbie Celis, Junbon Subre, Eric Camson, veterans that been there, done that already. And then, you also have to temper in the expectations, no? Ang daming no dito, mainly because of him, to be frank. And I'm sure, nandun din, no, yung pressure na nararamdaman niya in really trying to traverse in this new journey of his as Tom Escobar finally gets himself on the board at naibaba niya yung lamang ng Zamboanga 19-16.
And that really has been the biggest thing, yung expectation ng mga fans niya dito at taga-sunod niya, especially for the people of Caloocan. They were very excited when Kian decided to join the Caloocan team, and rightfully so. There are expectations which, he has to be able to temper them, and until he gets to that groove where he's comfortable to deliver things para sa Caloocan.
But make no mistake about it, these are probably the most exciting times for Caloocan, especially when you have a seemingly trimmed Jeff Manday. He looks really ripped coming into this season, but how about Ian Fornillos showing the touch from the outside at lamang ulit ng 6 naman itong Zamboanga 24-18.
And somehow game in and game out itong si Ian Fornillos feels like he's playing with a chip on his shoulder. He got something to prove, not just for the team of Zamboanga but even for himself.
Napalakas yung tira ni Jeff Manday.
Skip.
Jordan Santa Ana. Pasa sa labas, Fornillos this time puts it on the deck, lost his footing. Santa Ana, the save, Luciano tinapek to nobody. He thought Mike Ari was there. At babalik ang bola sa panig ng Caloocan.
Yeah.
Si Eric Camson hindi rin in uniform no?
I think he was warming up earlier.
Oh, he's there.
Yeah, I saw him warming up
seen
earlier.
Him yet.
Not yet, right.
Yeah, he is in uniform, but si Tom Escobar,
there you go.
Puwersa sa loob, can't finish.
Sikip when he went to his right, there was a body right there on its way.
And you have to give credit to Zamboanga. Despite playing with a lot of pace, they've been doing the work on the defensive side of the floor.
Yeah. I know they've been closing that gap. Every time there's a gap, it's congested because there's a body in there. Oh, that's gonna be a foul.
Offensive.
Yeah, offensive foul.
I don't know about that. Medyo yun
May sell.
Yeah. I think Coach John has a right to challenge this.
See that again. Turco, short action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might be. Not enough. Ika nga nung kanta ng Greatest Showman, never enough.
Ayun, si Kuya Eric.
Yun.
Di ba naglalaro? Tignan natin, no? tingnan muna natin yung resulta ng challenge na to ng Zamboanga. Kung tama din ba yung ating nasa isip o hindi.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful.
Agoy, yun lang.
Aray ko.
Sumakit ba yung batok mo?
Oo. Akala ko may foul eh. Walang foul eh. Yeah. Left hander.
Slow-mo yan
Pero hindi ganun kalakas Yun ang point lang dun.
Yun nga eh. Anyway.
Kahit siguro si Ton na-absorb yun eh.
Escobar, entry pass, Jabber Amito, pumihit.
Look how tight that paint is.
Yeah.
Di ba, 4 na puti yung nasa loob.
Nagka-clog sila sa loob eh.
Yeah. It might be because of the absence of shooters. Now they have a Paul Sanga inside.
Farcuma with a running start. Pass outside to Escobar to a cutting Tayong.
There you go.
Setting up this three. Perfectly executed play by Caloocan.
Best looking set so far for Caloocan here in the first half. You get that paint touch and you spray it out to a shooter in Paul Sanga.
Itong problema ng Zamboanga ngayon, no? They don't really have that knockdown shooter on the roster.
Agree. One more.
Sanga open look. Hamito, the offensive rebound. Masyadong malalim. Zamboanga standing their ground on defense.
Yun naman na magugustuhan mo inside the paint kahit papaano, no? Jammer Hamito yung pinigilan mo doon.
Talisay has been trying that three. 4 out of 3 so far. Crossover dribble. Tayong Tong lost the basketball. Thought he got pushed. And a turnover against Caloocan.
Somehow it's been a single guy on multiple dribbles, trying to attack gaps without any ball reversal for Caloocan. And that's been the challenge so far. You got to get touches for the other guys and keep that ball moving.
Mosqueda running the point, which allows Paeng Are to move without the basketball. Kalisay gets into the defense. Sayang, isang segundo na nga lang sa shot clock. Escobar's foul, bailing Zamboanga out.
But if I'm Coach Mike Sagigit, I like that close to that 24-second shot clock. He has bodies and feet moving defensively.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Mosqueda. Paul Turco turns down the shot. Puts it off the dribble. Kalisay from the corner finally hits one from deep.
A shooter that they need to connect from the outside. You mentioned it earlier, and Kalisay, I feel, one of those guys outside of a Paeng Are.
Sa poste, Jammer Amito. Escobar, the short stab.
Yeah.
Can't knock it down. Paeng Are, forward pass to Gino Mosqueda. The spin, the pass outside. Kalisay from the other corner, short. Farcuma got shot off by Paeng Are. Good job of stopping that fast break opportunity.
Boy, that paint is packed.
Nagko-collapse talaga eh.
Yeah. Naka-drop eh.
Escobar settling for that mid-range jumper.
There you go. No multiple dribbles, just a couple. You got that hand down, you gotta take it.
Tight defense by Farcuma on Paeng Are. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Are going right at Farcuma. No, it's foul on the floor. It's gonna go against Joey Barcuma.
Yeah, a little too aggressive defensively.
Number 21, Joey
But ang
Barcuma.
mahalaga naman kung ikaw ang Zamboanga, patuloy yung pag-atake nito ni Paeng Ara. That corner got closed. So he had to move the other side, had to carve some space. And Barcuma was all over that attack by Paeng Ara.
Kalaban pala si Paeng saka si Peter Pan.
Oo nga, ano?
Diba?
Ang nagbansag na Peter Pan dyan, si Coach Mike din, di ba?
Oo. Ano nga ba yung reason?
Hindi. Alam mo ba? Hindi mo na maalala.
Hindi ko na maalala eh.
Oh, that's a travel.
I think it has to do with his size and how he plays. Because obviously, he plays much bigger than his frame. Di ba?
Yeah, could be. I'll take that.
Nalimutan ko eh. Naalala ko yung kwentong yan. Nalimutan ko lang anong nga bang origin.
Ikaw pa, dami-dami mong alam na kwento tungkol sa mga...
Mga kwentong barbero lang yata alam ko. Ito si
yeah, once
Escobar
again.
off the glass.
Well, he'll take it. No? Went on the bank. The benefit of a high looping shot is the glass.
But you could see Zamboanga, they're willing to give up those kinds of
Yeah.
shots.
Basta nothing inside the paint.
Oh, from Caloocan.
Agree.
27-25. Mosqueda one-on-one against Escobar. Forcing it up. No whistle. Tabigan ng bola. It will end up with a mito to a running Joey Barcuma behind the back pass. Paul Sanga can't finish. Nabitin doon. Paeng Are sa loob. Clean strip by Joko Tayongtong. And a turnover against Zamboanga. Quite a frenetic pace. Much delight of the Batang Kangkalu crowd.
Sabi ng mga taga-Caloocan na nagpunta dito, sulit yung punta ko dito. And you love the pace at which this game is, being played by both these teams. And only because I feel Zamboanga is taking it to Caloocan. This beautiful behind the back, nothing in there. Tried to hang it. About that rebound though, para sa Zamboanga. 3 white shirts down in the fast break. A couple of them really bigs.
Escobar for the lead. Paul Sanga book it.
And so far, both of the good half-court sets of Caloocan have come from passes to a shooter who catches and shoots it. Both Paul Sanga.
Santa Ana, 3-point shooting. Zamboanga shooting a lot. 5 out of 16. 4 of 11 naman ang Caloocan. Batang Kangkalu getting a stop. Tayongtong drives baseline. Ball intercepted. Zamboanga in transition now. Paeng Are whips a pass to Santa Ana, fading away. Dropping it off to Mosqueda. Wasn't really in balance for that shot. Medyo nagulat pa siya dun eh.
Oo, wala yung lift no, doon sa tira niya.
Gulat siya na pinasa pa sa kanya yun. Escobar.
High-low.
Thompson is in. Nakapasok lang.
Dito mo makikita yung tibay ng depensa ng Zamboanga. Simpleng high-low, pero hindi ganun kadali nakakarating kay Camson. All because the defense of Bernabe has not allowed an easy high-low situation for Eric Camson. Camson has to work for that spot until he gets in the middle for him to receive the pass.
65 seconds left. Baseline inbound. Thompson. Pass to Barcuma. PaniPay is the digital wallet built for the community. Someone is free. Thompson turns around. Doesn't get the bounce. Sanga had to adjust his shot. Paul Turco snatches away the rebound. He has 7 boards in this game. Talking about Paul Turco. Chelo Razon nagbabalik para sa Caloocan. Razon had 5 early points in the first quarter.
Boy, they had numbers there.
Thompson banging down on Paul Turco. And he will earn himself 2 shots after getting fouled.
Dito, pipiling ko unti-unti na nila ito sa loob. Malalambutin nila yung depensa nitong Zamboanga by getting that ball on the post and making the big try and contest that post attack in this case by Eric Camzon.
2 free throws for Eric
Leading
Camzon.
scorer for Rizal last season. Tubong Lemery, Batangas. Ito si Eric Camzon. Ay, pasok niya yung kanyang unang free throw. Eric Camzon coming off a 6-point outing in 12 minutes in that win against Quezon. Swak pa kayong free throw. We have a timeout by Zamboanga. 29.8 seconds left. Down by 3 points, 30-27. We'll be right back after this short break. Back with us here inside the Caloocan Sports Complex. Ken Pangilinan, Coach Mike Perez at si Miss Daphne Cristobal ang inyong kasama ngayong gabi sa laban ng Zamboanga at Caloocan. 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Zamboanga trying to inch closer or even tie the game with a 3. Palencia gives up the foul. Last foul to give by Caloocan.
And that is a 14 foul from Caloocan.
Sino sa tingin mo nanonood ngayon sa atin, Coach Mike, na gusto mong batiin?
Halos lahat ba nanonood ngayon sa atin?
Dami nanonood eh.
Oh, ang dami.
Oy, na-libre off that inbound.
Oh, man.
Miscommunication on defense by Caloocan, leaving Mike Are free for the layup.
Well, that wasn't too easy a curl. The defense trailing, Payangare, and just an open lane going to the rack to end the half.
And we have a timeout by Caloocan. Let's see this play one more time. Lost in that switch.
Oh, yeah. Didn't even get to it. There was a couple of cuts. And eventually, Payangare was the one that was free. Nobody on Payang to try and challenge him.
Naiwan eh. Naiwan yung isang bantay doon, which led to that opening. 9.5 seconds left. Caloocan with a basketball. And again, quite a struggle here in the first half. Which kind of reminds me of that game, that first game they had against Muntinlupa, where it was pretty much close until the third quarter. We're seeing a similar trend here against Zamboanga right now.
Yes, pretty much. And even effort-wise, very similar to how Muntinlupa played that first half.
Si Baclaan pinasok dito for the last 9.5 seconds. Zamboanga in penalty. Gives it up to Escobar. Attacks Chino Mosqueda. Just too strong. Laying it up and in. Escobar with 8 points all coming in this second quarter.
And who's to stop him downhill? A little X action from up top and a pitch back over to Escobar. And the downhill, just nobody in there to stop him.
At a half, lamang ang Caloocan kontra Zamboanga, 32-29. A 3-point lead for Caloocan at the half against Zamboanga, 32-29. Coach Mike, majority of the way, it was Zamboanga in the lead behind that really fast pace that they had. Played at a rapid fashion, and Caloocan managed to keep in step, and towards the tail end of the second quarter, dun sila nakahabol.
Oh, and thankfully for Caloocan, kahit papano, naka-recover sila, no? Noong latter part ng first quarter, and the quality of shots really, in my opinion, have been the challenge. Look at the shooting, it's 34 and 31%. One might say it's a highly defensive game, but I feel the quality of shots is really influenced by their looks, and on the side of Zamboanga is kung paano nila dinedepensahan itong tropa ng Caloocan. Kian Baclan has had struggles trying to find something except for that one drive that he did. On the other side, Paeng Are has been really hot for Zamboanga.
6 points for Paeng Are. Tiglima naman si Inan Tornillos at si Edsel Rojas. Paeng Are hitting a couple of threes way back in the first quarter. Samantala for Caloocan, Dom Escobar, lahat ng kanyang 8 puntos nanggaling naman sa second period. Paul Sanga with 6. Jello Razon scored the first 5 points of the game for Caloocan. And a different look to begin the third for the Batang Kangkalu. Kian Baclaan, Jello Razon, Dom Escobar, Eric Camson, and JJ Manlangit ang magkakasama sa loob. Camson going right at Dave Bernabe. And that's experience from Eric Camson showing there on that move.
Now, you like that you go to your primary set. It happens to be the triple post, and you attack it, take advantage of the size and the post presence of Eric Camson.
Same unit na nagsimula naman in the ball game for Zamboanga. Mosqueda hanap ng papasahan to a cutting Kalisay, dishing it out to Paul Turco. Ball deflected, Bernabe there, at may foul laban sa Caloocan. Gonna go against Camson.
And yung interior defense din itong Caloocan really put to the test because of the interior passing of Zamboanga. It's either an offensive rebound or interior passing that's worked really well for Zamboanga.
Free throws, matinding problema for Zamboanga. Just 2 out of 7 after that miss. 34-30. Razon will bring the ball down for Caloocan. Guarded by Gino Mosqueda. Camson wants this matchup against Bernabe. Camson fakes, pass outside, Manlangit lines it up. Will pop out, rebound Mosqueda. Paeng Are, ilabas muna, papunta kay Bernabe. Swing pass to Mosqueda. Chino, teardrop off the window.
Chino Mosqueda going up against the defense of Jello Razon. Jello goes under and floats it up amidst the drop coverage, middle of the lane.
Camson sa bandang kaliwa.
Oh,
Paeng Are able to snatch that ball loose. Are in transition, challenging the defense but could not finish. Problema dun, sinip niya muna yung contact eh. Instead of going strong.
It's been thrice already na nakita natin si Eric Camson getting the ball on the post. The first one was the best attack, quickly nung nag-clear and attack niya kaagad. But the second and the third one, really multiple dribbles, forcing it inside. I mean, if you don't have a couple of dribbles, you still can't see anything. You're better off swinging that ball over on a ball reversal and letting the other guys create.
Baclaan. Camson shot fake, got past Dave Bernabe. Zamboanga coming away with it.
Oh wow, Zamboanga's got a run. Camson's coming in late.
Pass outside, Paeng Are lines it up. Masyadong malakas. Escobar with the rebound. Pass outside to Manlangit. Back in to Camson. Too easy. just having his way down low against Dave Bernabe.
Yep. And a good cut replace on the post side and immediately going on attack. Not even putting the ball on the floor. Just searching with his space kung saan siya pwedeng umatake.
36-32. Kalisay thought about it. Closed out hard by Escobar.
Yeah, look at the defense of Escobar though.
Sa loob, Paeng-Are in traffic, able to finish.
So far, Paeng-Are really living up to what's expected of him by Coach John.
Bola na tapik. Razon. So far, Coach Mike, because we know Coach Mike Sagigit. Well, before that, let's see this play from Paeng-Are squeezing through against Baclaan and able to score. With Coach Mike Sagigit, we haven't really seen much of that blind peg action.
Right. Well, all because might be on the defensive side too.
Manila Pay, Money Pay, the digital wallet built for the community.
Yeah, but I think it's really because of what the defense is allowing them, and they're quick to camp on elbows and inside the paint. Kaya naman hindi ganun kadali para makarating sila dun sa post-up ng pinch post.
38-34, 4-point lead for Caloocan.
You gotta look for your shot if you're Luciano.
Paeng-Are. Nilabas niya muna, one-on-one against JJ Manlangit, pulling up. Tough shot though.
Yeah.
Hindi niya may pagpag yung depensa doon. Baclaan, multiple dribbles. Pass fake, outside. Going to Razon. Over and back. Bola babalik sa Zamboanga.
Can't then see Manlangit right there. He already had Paeng-Are in the low block.
Let's go to Daphne Cristobal.
In the dugout, well, Coach John was just really appreciating the defense na ipinakita nitong side ng Zamboanga. Now, the challenge is to do it consistently heading towards here in the second half. In terms of offense, running is their primary option, while Coach John was also encouraging his bigs not to hesitate in taking the shots kasi nga pagdating ng first half, medyo parang nakakamba sila o medyo bothered sila dun sa depensa naman ng Caloocan inside the paint. He wrapped up the huddle by telling them they started really tough, they have to stay strong, and they have to finish stronger. Balik sa inyo.
And you have to admire Coach John for saying all the right things. You know, you gotta go to your runs, which is, I think, yun yung naging magandang kinalabasan ng performance nila in the first half. And again, encouraging the bigs to take their shots. If they have it, you gotta take it. So, parang twice or thrice I saw Kalisay hesitating on an open three, all because he had a closeout coming on him. But for the most part, really, the closeouts have been late for Caloocan, and so you gotta focus on your shot and not mind that closeout.
In case in point here, Baclaan was about to go in transition, and you could see the frustration on his face. But that immediately wiped off after Eric Camson able to knock down that turnaround jumper. Ball turno, wala.
Got one
Got
more.
it back. Lumusot sa ilalim, going for the reverse.
The activity of the bigs speeding up the game inside the paint, really forcing late coverages and rotates para dito sa Caloocan.
Baclaan short. Still can find the range. Numbers for Zamboanga, Paeng-Are. Kaharap niya si Ian Baclaan. Down by 4. Luciano, pinabayaan sa labas.
Yeah.
And he makes them pay finally with a free.
Which is exactly the point I was trying to drive at. If you're Luciano, you cannot second guess yourself once you're free. We've seen this guy shoot from the outside, and you gotta take it.
Saka yung binibigay ng depensa eh.
Oo, tama. Naka-drop coverage sa kanya eh.
Thompson, umikot. Short. Zamboanga getting a stop, a chance to take the lead on this possession. Kalisay lines it up, knocks down the three from the corner.
A couple of contrasting attacks on the offensive end. The shot by Eric Camson, he got it on the final 8 seconds. On this side, they took it on the first 8 seconds. And so that kind of look and that quick thinking to get off a shot immediately is what changed the quarter so far in favor for Zamboanga.
Coach Aisel is in town, of course, with full support of Jun Monsuboy. At syempre, yung pansit, excited na akong kainin. Ha?
Ay, oo nga. Thank you pala.
Thank you, Coach Aisel.
I'm going to take this home.
Aba naman.
Aww. Aww. Para tayo na sa concert ng Coldplay.
Baka may mainggit. Di ko na lang babanggitin kung sino.
Hindi nakita ni Boss Roots. Busy siya kumakain. Bahala kayo dyan. Kung member, sabi niya, uy, tingnan mo yung monitor. Oh!
Ganyan ba kayo ka-sweet, Coach Mike? 31-year wedding anniversary.
All the time.
Ha?
Wala nang camera.
Ganun ba?
Alay tayo dyan.
Ayoko na ituloy itong usapan na ito. Ba?
Change topic.
May inggit eh.
Oh, change topic.
Ha?
Oh, maingit eh.
Hindi si Ton yun.
Alam ko. Nice go. Nice roll.
Pero nakikita natin sa Zamboanga, continuing to execute.
Yeah.
You love how, despite all the chaos, they're still remaining composed and hindi mo nakikita yun na nararattle, Coach Mike.
Oh, wala. I think Coach John has delivered a clear message to the guys. Hey, guys, we got a chance here. And we just gotta continue what we're doing.
Sabla, yung unang free throw ni Paul Turco. Yun ang problema nila ngayon, free throws. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL.
No, 3 of 8 lang sila, 37%. Samantalang lahat ng 6 na tinira sa free throw nitong Caloocan, pumasok lahat eh.
3 of 9 na after coming out empty on that trip.
There you go. That's the lane. There you go. You got to keep that post open for an attack downhill by Kian Baclaan. And I like that Kian immediately saw that and run downhill.
Saka doon, di na siya nakintay.
Yes. Kasi katulad nga palagi natin sinasabi, ang basketball is about a chase for an open space. And if you're the first to see it, you gotta go get it.
Escobar, pasa kay Tayong Tong. Corner exit for Baclaan. Baclaan using that rush screen. Can't finish. Again, frustrated at the lack of a call there. Kalisay. Nakuha ni Escobar ang rebound. Escobar hopping down the lane, grabs his own miss and scores. Escobar with 10 points.
If there's one thing that we can conclude so far, after close to 3 quarters being completed, no one can stop Escobar on a downhill, getting a paint touch and a paint finish.
Kian Baclaan off the glass. 4 straight points for Caloocan. They reclaim the lead. Pero itong gusto mo sa Zamboanga, even off a make, they run down the floor and score.
And that just is experience for Paeng Are. I mean, you had Kian Baclaan score off of you, come the other side and defend against me.
Cut inside, nobody checking Jake Caspay that time. First 2 points for Jake. 46-44, 2 minutes remaining in the third. Mike Are got it back from Luciano, working on Baclaan. Outside they go. Cornelius can't hit the 3. Babalik sa kanilang bola. Are
One more.
stepping back. He tries his own version of a triple. No good. Escobar grabs his 8th rebound. Baclaan spins off Luciano. Tapikan ng bola. Mapupunta kay Mike Are. Tatakbo dito ang Zamboanga. To to the corner. Kalisay has been hitting that all night long. Knocks down another.
And he's been holding that corner 3 really for the most part on a downhill. And going depends, do I check him or do I help out on a guy that's driving my side of the floor?
Escobar. Si Cornelius ang bantay niya. Pasa sa labas. Pumasok sa loob si Tayong Tong. Locating Gaspay. Got fouled by Kalisay. Caught out of position on defense.
Somehow, kung mapapansin mo si Gaspay, parang twice na nakakuha siya ng bola, nagugulat siya that the ball is ending up on his hands. You gotta stay ready if you're Jake Gaspay because your mobility and your activity inside the paint allows that level of response sa depensa nitong Zamboanga.
Jake Gaspay nagsimula sa ICC.
Yes. Kakampi AF.
Nag-abot pa sila no?
Nag-abot.
Ni Alfred Flores sa ni Tutoy.
Doon ba galing si Tutoy?
Oo.
Ayaw nga, no?
ICC yun.
Yeah, right. Sila nga palang tatlo.
Pati si Jared Vento.
Yeah, can I forget that?
Oo. Lakas ang lineup nila nun
Yeah.
Alam ko I think he coached ICC for a time, si Coach Jammer. Si Jammer Amito, was part of the coaching staff of ICC before.
Under, who's that,
Si
coach?
pa yun? Si Coach J. Agsalud pa yata.
Yeah, Agsalud, that's right.
42 seconds left. Zamboanga clinging on to this 1-point lead. Kabanag nasa loob na para sa Caloocan. Gaspay. Nice give and go, leading to this gorgeous reverse layup by Jeremy Kabanag. Pero tatakbo na naman ang Zamboanga. Not letting Caloocan rest. This is a different Zamboanga team we're seeing at the moment.
Oh, good control. Wow, good control by Nan Fornilos right there.
Yeah.
He got that handoff on that other side. Ito yun, yung napakagandang two-man action sa kabila pa kinuha ni Jeremy Cabanag. Very familiar with that pinch post action. And you're not surprised that they did it that way. But what's even more interesting is how Inan Fornilos actually played that last play. Got that handoff as he rose from the corner, drove the middle side of the floor, went to his footwork, allowed that defense to fly by, and got that foul. That's why he's on the line.
Naipasok niya parehong free throws. Balik ang lamang sa Zamboanga, 49-48. Valencia. Swing pass. Cabanag.
Oh, man.
Turn down the shot. Matias will not. Rebound. Cornelius. And that will conclude a pretty much back and forth third quarter. And Caloocan rearing for that decisive run by Caloocan, but Zamboanga really making them sweat. In his plays earlier, Jake Gaspay hitting that shot, but Paeng Ari and the rest of the guys keep coming back despite Eric Camson heating up at 8 points in the third. But JC Luciano and Arthur Kalisay hitting threes. And that's why lamang sila dito ng isa heading into the fourth. Back with us here at the Caloocan Sports Complex. Binabati ko lang si Sir Jay Mayran. At syempre, hindi ko kakalimutan, walang iba kundi si Boss Charles Kimpo who's watching and probably enjoying what he's seeing right now because Zamboanga. How about this performance? Lahat na lang pinagpapares nyo.
Oo nga.
Paano naman yung walang kapares na kasama natin dito?
Pakitutok nga doon sa may banda kay Maki yun eh. Banda kay Hindi si Maki ah.
Si Coach Mike Perez po nagsabi niya na.
Hindi
Hindi ako ah.
Hindi si Maki. Yung sa likod ni Maki.
Si Coach Mike yun. Ha?
Wala akong sinabi.
Ito, quarter scoring natin.
Basta alam ko si Jeff may ka-partner.
You like how Zamboanga just keeps on playing, Coach Mike.
Yeah, agree. And tsaka yung yung mabilis na pag-shot attempt kaagad. That I think to me is key. You play with a lot of pace and a lot of intentionality on your shot selection.
Jake Gaspay counters. 52-50 is our score. Zamboanga, 51-50. Zamboanga with a 1-point lead. Gaspay, ball snatched away by Inan Fornillos. Tatakbo na naman ng Zamboanga. Dire-diretso, Mike Are lays it up and in.
So far, Paeng Are is liking any matchup that's right in front of him. Kian Baclaan, Joko Tayuntong, Irvin Palencia, doesn't matter. He's gonna take it to them.
Oo, silang dalawa ni Mike. Si Mike yung nakapuntos last time out. Pero silang dalawa eh. Kahit maging si Paeng Are kanina, to your point.
That's right.
Tuloy-tuloy. Look at this one. Coast to coast.
But Mike's been quick to read it. Boy, and if you're gonna go up against dynamic scoring guards like these Are brothers, you gotta be ready defensively on that guard spot.
And Zamboanga's pace has really not let up. Even with the makes, Zamboanga has to sprint down the floor and get back in transition. 53-50.
And through 3 quarters, when you look at one stat line, that's points per possession. As you see a 3 right there, that Jeremy Cabana, which I felt he should have taken that 3 earlier before we ended the third. This is really looking more like a Zamboanga type of basketball game.
Cornelius. Pasa sa labas, Luciano. Oh, what a cut. Jordan Santa Ana with a gorgeous finish.
You get off a slip, you don't have a low rotate. That's where the challenge has been. But look at how it's the same thing that was done earlier by Zamboanga. A slip down the middle, give the ball, no rotate. But when you swing over to the other side, that switch allowed Jordan to get in there. Joko was late. When you swing over to the other side of the floor earlier, the play following that, there was a lot of white shirts converging into a Ronnie Matias.
Matias hitting the first free throw. Third miss at the line for Caloocan. 7 out of 10. Mike Are able to escape. Gets it back from Luciano.
That's a mismatch right there. Yeah, that's right.
And Matias desperately trying to keep in step gives up the foul.
Kita mo yung immediate recognition nito ni Mike. He was cognizant enough to understand big man near half court guarding me. I gotta attack that.
Mas maliit ngayon ang lineup ng Zamboanga. Jordan Santa Ana playing the 2. Cornelius steps into a free. Lista mo na.
The challenge now for Caloocan, they're going on a zone. And on a zone, you're allowing that 3 to open up. You have to have very good rotate, especially on shooters, bumping them off.
Santa Ana, kick out pass for Cornelius on the other corner. Yes,
that.
sir! Back-to-back threes.
Zamboanga is 9 of 25 from 3.
36%. That's a strong clip considering the quality of looks that they have been getting. Matias will that shot inside. 61-55. 3 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. Bola na agaw ni Ronnie Matias, who's been doing pretty much everything here in the fourth. Got that pass from Barcuma. Matias can't finish though. Numbers for Zamboanga. Mike Are fading away. Wild shot, but Santa Ana there grabbed the offensive rebound. Edsel Rojas turns around, fading away. Good.
Run after run here by Zamboanga. Unanswered really by Caloocan.
Payungtong, wala. And Caloocan beginning to force up shots.
Foul number 5, Ronnie Matias.
Matias gives up that foul. Coach Mike has a massive problem in his hands at the moment. Down by 8, 6 minutes and 6 seconds left in the fourth. Paeng Are making the return here. Pinaltan niya muna yung kanyang kapatid si Mike. Cornelius backing down Baclaan. Luciano, confident looking strong, can't hit it. Balik ang bola kay Paeng Are off that offensive board. Si Barcuma ang kanyang bantay.
There's a slip. One more.
Rojas, free throw line jumper off the heel. Dom Escobar grabs another rebound. Baclaan going right at Luciano. Could not finish. Corner 3 again. Cornelius, that time a miss. Rojas, humabaw sa ilalim. Gets the putback to go in. Edsel Rojas with 7 points in just 6 minutes of action. Baclaan left free, decides to draw closer. Banging it in. But Caloocan in dire straits, down by 8 points, 65-57.
Yeah, you have to attack that on a downhill. You're down 8, 5 minutes left. You're Caloocan playing at home.
However, turnover, Baclaan takes flight and scores! Back-to-back baskets by Kian Baclan.
And the Wonder Kid has woken up. 4 quick ones from Kian Baclaan out in the open, getting fed by Jello Razon. Favorite move, right side of the floor, finishing in the paint, and there is not much you can do if you're defended by Edsel Rojas.
Timeout Zamboanga. Will be right back after this short break.
You're still tuning in to the MPBL Preseason Invitational. We have been seeing Kyle Laddie in the stands of Batang Kakalu. But to make things clear, as per head coach Mike Sagigit, there's no signing of contract that happened yet. Meanwhile, Robbie Celis is still recovering from a minor injury, knee injury to be specific, that he suffered during their Pasay game. But he is expected to be suited in the next games. Kaya Coach Mike.
Maraming salamat, Daphne. So Robbie Celis still in street clothes. Kay Manny Laddie, obviously the anticipation from the Batang Kangkalu fans very immense. Pero yun nga, wala pa daw contract.
Nothing final yet.
Wala pang final, but he's still here. That's the good sign.
Yes.
He's been attending the past couple of games.
Yeah.
And if ever you bring in a Kay Manny Laddie, what does he bring? An added layer para dito sa Caloocan, Coach Mike?
Well, defensively, I feel that's something that you gain. You know, an active big man that's athletic enough to run, especially in games like this. where you have a lot of speed up and down, a lot of pace. You're gonna need that big man to be there, to be available. So that's what Laddie really brings. Not to mention, I feel pinch post side is gonna be really good for Coach Mike and the team.
Saka may guard skills talaga to si kay Manny Laddie when he played for Ateneo.
Tsaka okay din yung mga perimeter jumpers eh.
Yeah.
Oh man, Ian Baclan.
Beginning to heat up here. 6 straight points for a total of 10. Mike Are with a fiery response, hitting that shot from rainbow distance.
No let up from these Are brothers.
And they've been going at it. Mike Are and Kian Baclan. Barkuma fouled on a free.
Foul number 4 by Adder, his first. And that is a 14 penalty.
You go under, you're gonna pay for it. Because these Are brothers know their range. And clearly, alam niya, umilalim ka, that's a chance for me to take a shot.
Mike Are with 10 points. 4 of 7 shooting from the field against Ilagan Isabela.
And you like the variety or the spectrum of shot makes by Zamboanga. They have 4 inside the paint, 1 in the perimeter, and a couple from 3. And so, iba-iba yung nagiging puntos at pinanggagalingan ng scoring para dito sa Zamboanga.
Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Barkuma, 0 of 2. And his first 2 shots from the line.
Peter Pan's gotta weave his magic now.
11 points for Mike Are for Zamboanga. Finally hits one. Makes this a 2-possession ball game. Mike Are against Jello Razon. The Are brothers together on the floor. Paeng. The cut. Mike Are sneaking in. That's a goaltend. 13 points for Mike Are.
But let me tell you how that happened. Jello Razon did a good job of staying on the defense of Are. But the moment that he turned his eyes away from Mike, that's when he went downhill. Kian Baclan on an 8-point run right now in the 4th quarter.
It's a showdown between Mike Are and Kian Baclaan right now. 70-64. Paeng Are almost lost it. Agawan sa bola. It's a jump ball, possession arrow pointing to Caloocan. 2:45 left.
And you have to admire the way that Caloocan has really, amped up defensively. And even on the offensive side, led by the wonder kid in Kian Baclan.
Escobar catches, back to Kian Baclan, drives baseline, going right at Mike Are. It's the side of the backboard. Escobar recovers. Still enough time on their shot clock, 7 seconds left. Razon to bail them out, no. Barkuma saving it, but to the wrong guy in Kalisay. Ahead to Paeng Are.
Other side.
Ball deflected. Mike recovers, fadeaway jumper. Oh my goodness! Tough shot from Mike Are.
Oh wow!
As he falls down on the floor after getting picked up by his teammates.
He literally got thrown back into the court.
And Barkuma responds with a 3 of his own.
Heck of a ball game we got.
We are down to the last 2 minutes. Just a 5-point ball game. Chance of defense here in Caloocan. Barkuma gives up a foul. That's their last foul to give.
Oh, I don't know about that. Boy, that swing, that deflect, and Barkuma understood. Pero ibang klase yung naging panapos dito ni Mike.
Pero yung sagot naman sa kabila ni Joey Barkuma. Tinayo kaso bumagsak ulit. Kaya nagalit din si Coach John eh.
Oh.
Pumasok sa loob si Paeng. Tutungo siya sa 15-foot line for 2 shots.
Literal, hinagi sa loob pabalik eh.
May balita tayo kay Daphne.
Ken and Coach Mike, meron ba kayo nung invisible string? Kung wala, meron itong si Paeng at si Michael Are. A connection that is beyond basketball while the foundation is actually brotherhood. Before Michael moved out from their home, laging magkasama si Paeng at si Michael, and every after practice, si Michael nga daw yung nananalo kapag nag-one-on-one sila. Kaya bilang bunso, itong si Paeng nagiging crybaby nga raw. Not until it reached a time where Paeng was winning already. So from kuya ang tawagan, ngayon partner o pare ang naging tawagan nila. But right now, I'll be sending it back to you, Ken and Coach Mike.
Maraming salamat, Daphne. What a dynamic duo for Zamboanga. The Are brothers helping their cause as Paeng Are's free throws extend their lead to 74-67. Salpukan sa Caloocan between Michael Are and Kian Baclaan. Paeng Are also joined the fold with 10 points. Kian Baclaan though with a marvelous fourth quarter. Total of 12 points, 8 coming here in this pivotal period, but they're still staring at that 7-point deficit. Baclaan gets it from Camson. He drives. He lays it up and in. Plus a foul.
How about Eric Camson setting up the young wonder kid in Kian Baclaan for that handoff right side of the floor and allowing him to create that little hop was all that Kian needed to get to that spot and finish off on arguably one of his favorite spots on the floor, that right side inside the paint.
Critical free throw for Kian Baclaan. 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Gets that one to trickle in. Lead down to 4.
Caloocan's got to play defense now. Get a stop. And then hit it on the other end.
Congressman Oka malapitan. Watching intently. Paeng Are, tightly guarded by Joey Barcuma. Both teams are in penalty. Mike against Tayongtong. Caloocan goes small. Luciano, hand off to Paeng Are. 6 on the shot clock, rising up for the jumper. Hits it over Barcuma, plus a foul. Wow. What a massive shot from Paeng Are.
This game never runs out of big shot. Big shot after big shot. This time, it's Paeng's turn. Barcuma all over him, but he still knocked it down. I thought Luciano had a shot, passed it off, gave it up for Paeng to create, and went middle of the floor, went up against that defense of Barcuma, and eventually knocking it down.
This free throw to make this a 3-possession ball game for Zamboanga. Paeng Are with 12 points. Perfect from the line so far. Big Mick. Back to a 7-point lead. 77-70 with 77 seconds remaining. We'll be right back. The Ari brothers combining for 28 points. Mike with 15, Paeng Ari with 13, but none bigger than those last 3 points of that 3-point play. Giving this lead back to Zamboanga up to 7. Razon will trigger it in for Caloocan. They have to go quick here. Baclaan gets shot off by Kalisay, pulling up for 3. It's good! Kian Baclaan taking over.
These are the kind of games that you'd like Kian to be in. And for him to perform, now it's a matter of closing it out and defending against Zamboanga. Who's to stop the Ari brothers now? That's the big question.
Can Zamboanga hold on? Luciano turns down the shot again. Kicks it back out to Mike Ari with 4 on the shot clock. Long three-pointer. No! Caloocan with a chance. 40 seconds left. Baclaan wants a pick. Rising up again. No! Rebound Paul Turco. Time on the side of Zamboanga, up by 2 possessions. 24 seconds left. But an 8-second differential between shot and game clock. Caloocan not fouling here. Paeng Ari milking some time. Attacks the defense. Goes up. And he will earn himself 2 shots at the line. Baclaan had a good look though.
That was a good look. One might say they didn't need a 3, but he was hot. He just hit one earlier. And so, you know, you got to take it. But they did not, in that situation, need a 3.
Money Pay, the digital wallet built for the community.
Matter of fact, one might say that if he drove downhill, I'm sure a lot of guys would collapse on him. And who's to find maybe an Escobar or maybe an Eric Camson that's free, and even a Paul Sana who's out there could be sprayed with a 3.
Paeng Ari hitting clutch free throws. Still perfect from the line. 5 out of 5. Camson will try a 3. It's good. 5.2 seconds left. Lead down to 3.
Yeah, this is not done yet. Now, you get that ball in, you got to foul quickly and test the free throws of Zamboanga, whom they've been struggling at 56%. Clear 3 right there for Eric Camson.
Here comes Son with 11 points. Let's listen in to the huddle of Zamboanga.
If ito naman sa half court, okay, go will be here. Tapos nakaganito tayo. Okay, nakapaddle tayo. Okay? Saan muna? Agaw muna! Then we go back. Hey, let's go black! Watch up!
So that was actually from Caloocan as they try to map out their defensive alignment here. What you don't want to do if you're Zamboanga is commit a 5-second inbound violation dahil wala nang timeout itong Caloocan.
Yeah, agree. So, gotta go for a steal or a double, then foul. And then they're funneling one side of the floor. Definitely nothing down on the middle.
All Zamboanga has to do is inbound the ball. Wow, they could have fouled Paul
Could have fouled Turco, right?
Naipasa pa niya kay Mike Ari, who's a much better free throw shooter.
This is his first trip, though, to the line for Mike. Paeng's gone there 5 times. He's hit all 5. But Turco really was a guy that you want to send to the line.
Mike Ari perhaps to seal the deal for Zamboanga. Calmly sinks the first. 6 of 6 free throws combined for Paeng and Mike. And that's gonna do it. What a stunner here in Caloocan. Zamboanga dealing an upset after Caloocan beat Quezon. What a win for Coach John Sia and the rest of the Zamboanga Sikat.
Yeah, and so with this loss, Caloocan now goes down to 5-2. And Quezon goes up to 5-1. Takes number 2 spot, but they're still within that top 3. You know, to still advance here in the preseason.
At dalawa lang din ang talo ng Pasay, so they still have that shot of making it to the next round.
Right.
But boy, how about these two brothers, Mike and Paeng?
Yeah.
They just did the magic here in the quarter where Kian Baclaan was simply unstoppable. They were able to weather the storm and bring this victory. A very important one for Zamboanga over Caloocan. Our final score is 81-76. Zamboanga winning this one over the Batang Kangkalu. And these two guys, ang tindi na naging sama nila.
Yeah.
At ngayon, kasama nila si Daphne Cristobal.
Thank you so much, Ken and Coach Mike. I'm here with our Arab brothers, our best players of the game. Congratulations, Mike. You scored huge today, 17, ikaw 15. Paeng, dito muna ako kay Mike. Mike, you started off a bit flat dito sa ating first half. 2 points ka. Ikwento mo sa akin yung ipinakita mo during the second half.
Yung sa second half kasi talaga yung after ng second half namin, kami sa loob ng dugout na kailangan consistent kami sa defense kasi yung nagpanalo sa amin. Lalo na yung yung game namin last time, talo kami. So we have to bounce back talaga.
Mike, ano kalaki itong bagay na to na nanalo kayo kontra sa Caloocan team number 2 supposedly dito sa ating team standings?
Ito sa preseason talaga, nagbibuild pa kami kasi as a new team pa lang kami. So, pero ang unang-una talaga na ito, gusto ko magpasalamat sa Panginoon kasi sa bigay na lakas na binigay niya sa amin kasi alam namin mahina kami. Pero with Him, talagang malakas, kayang-kaya namin kung sino pa yan.
Baka meron ka pang gustong pasalamatan yung family mo, go ahead.
Gusto ko lang magpasalamat sa family ko, lalo na sa asawa ko, kaya sa baby ko, and sa parents ko na nanonood, and sa Samar, sa Allen, Labisare, sa mga family ko dyan, and kay Boss Alvin Torno, kay Ma'am Kat po, sa po namin, sa may-ari na owner ng team. And ayun lang po, salamat.
Thank you so much, Mike, and congratulations once again. Of course, si Bunso, nandito naman tayo ngayon. Paeng, congratulations on this win. Sabi mo nga sa akin, ibang klaseng kumpiyansa ang meron ka kapag nakakalaro mo rin yung kuya mo. And ikaw, how satisfied are you na big win ang kinuha nyo dito sa Caloocan?
Ayun, I'm happy because nakuha namin yung panalo ngayon. Pero hindi naman natatapos yun doon lang. Ayun, hindi ko magagawa yun at ng kuya ko kung hindi dahil sa team namin na nagtiwala sila sa amin, lalo sa coaches namin, sa mga teammates, sa kanila ito, credit sa kanila na pinagtulungan-tulungan namin yung panalo na to.
Paeng, literally, this is an upset kontra Caloocan. So what's next for Zamboanga?
Ayun, we stay ready lang. Tuloy pa rin kami sa training and ayun, palagi lang kami maging compose sa dulo kasi usually doon kami natatalo sa dulo pagka hindi kami compose.
Hopefully ma-resolve pa yan in the next games. Anyone na gusto mong pasalamatan?
Ayun, unang-una nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord na nakuha namin yung panalo. Nagpapasalamat din ako kay Ma'am Katchu, sa manager namin, at sa buong team, lahat ng sumusuporta sa Zamboanga. Papasalamat din ako sa family ko na patuloy na sumusuporta sa amin, sa mga kapatid ko, sa parents ko nanood ngayon, sa girlfriend ko, at sa mga kaibigan ko dyan, mga taga San Rafael, taga Northern Samar. Ayun, maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Paeng. Congratulations once again, and to the rest of Team Zamboanga. Sending it back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Daphne. And Zamboanga caught a big fish and beating down Caloocan here. And doing this on the road. And on Saturday, we'll be back at the Paco Arena in Manila. Jensan versus Sarangani in our first game, followed by Mindoro versus Quezon City. And then to cap things off, Zamboanga trying to mount an upset again, going up this time against the Quezon Huskers. That's gonna do it for our coverage for today. On behalf of Coach Mike Perez, Daphne Cristobal, and our entire crew, ako po si Ken Pangilinan. Maraming salamat sa pagtangkilik at pagsubaybay sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.